This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, so LifeLock wants to remind you to update your passwords. Using the same password across multiple accounts makes you vulnerable to cybercriminals. For comprehensive identity theft protection, let LifeLock alert you to anything suspicious and fix any issues. Start protecting your identity today with a 30-day free trial at lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
October. It's a special month for Las Vegas. Sure, it's spooky season, though frankly, there's a lot of scary stuff in Vegas all year round, but it's also Nevada's birthday, which has always been how I celebrate this month. And today on CityCast Las Vegas, I'm joined by poet and artist coach Vogue Robinson and my co-host Sarah Lohman, and we're hitting all the days before Halloween too with our picks for food, destinations, and special things happening for our CityCast Las Vegas Guide to October. It's Monday, September 30th. I'm David Figler, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. Vogue and Sarah, welcome to the October Guide.
David and Vogue, hello.
Hello.
You got one more permutation, Vogue.
I don't even know what's happening. Sarah and David, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
And a special welcome to those of you who might be joining us for the first time for the October Guide. Welcome to CityCast Las Vegas. Okay, my friends. So let's move on with October and some of the experiences. What are a couple of things we should go do by this month?
Okay, so I have to say, obviously this is the huge festival month. This is get outside and do it for cheap, and I am amped. So I am most excited to go to the Las Vegas Invitational Black Rodeo USA.
Yes.
It's going to be in town October 11th and 12th. It's just $25 to get in. There's 3 shows. This is really a suggestion from contributor and local artist Brent Holmes, who, if you want to know more about the history of Black cowboys in Las Vegas and in the country, we did an episode about exactly that. So I am really amped to go. I went to the National Rodeo Finals last year, and it was not my first rodeo, but it had been a while, and I forgot how excited it was.
Did you ride a horse while you were there?
No, I did not ride a horse while I was there. I just, at the National Rodeo Finals? No.
Yeah.
It's like that Thomas and Mack. It's huge. I have ridden horses before. It's also been a while since I've done that, but I imagine it comes back like riding a horse. That's an expression.
Riding a horse. I was gonna did you ride a cowboy if you didn't ride a horse? But that's not an appropriate question. We're moving on.
I mean, I will neither confirm nor
this got
deny.
so weird so quick.
I just wanted to add that the Black Rodeo advertises itself as the hottest show on dirt. So Vogue, I feel like there's a chance of riding something,
Ride
right?
something.
Oh my God, y'all. I don't know if rodeo is for everyone anymore. I've always enjoyed rodeo, but there have been issues about, how they treat the animals and stuff like that. Is the Black Rodeo particularly known for being good or bad or neutral on some of the controversial stuff?
I think what the Black Rodeo is known for is highlighting a occupation that has been a part of the lives of Black Americans for a couple hundred years, but who are often written out of history. So it's really focusing on Black talent. What I will say about modern rodeos in general, because it's not just the treatment of the animals, it's also people can get badly hurt in the name of entertainment. Some of the changes that have been made between when I saw a rodeo last December and the last time I went is the bull riders, which is what most people come for, are in full hockey goalie gear before they get on those animals. They are
Cool.
not going on there in plain clothes. They are very, very, very well protected. And also it's fascinating because both the bulls are advertised as a player. They're called out by name, their victories are listed, and ditto with the horses too. And one of the coolest things I noticed is that when the buzzer goes meh, that signifies the end of the round, both the horses and the bulls stop kicking. They fully know what their role is. And they're like, okay, I was mad, now I'm fine. So the Black Rodeo USA Invitational, again, will be October 11th and 12th, and it is going to be in Horseman's Park, which is on East Flamingo Road. Check it out.
Awesome. How about you, Vogue? What's the experience of October?
Yes, October. Go outside. October is like summer for people who don't live in Las Vegas. So go outside, humans. I just took my nieces to the Las Vegas farm. It is the best place ever. Once the weather hits below 79 degrees, so just check the weather. Once we get below 79, you can go and pet the bunnies. They are sensitive to the weather. So the Las Vegas farm is open on Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Wait, can I ask about the bunnies? Because I was curious about this. Like, what is wrong with them that don't want to be touched over 80 degrees?
I think it's more so that they can't be outside. So I think there's an indoor storage location for the animals and there's an outdoor location for some of the animals. The bunnies got to be inside.
Gotcha.
Well, what is the Las Vegas Farm? I don't know that I've ever heard of it.
So it's right by Gilcrease Orchard, which more diamonds in the rough.
Yes.
What they have there, it's a combination of kind of a petting zoo and a farmer's market. So you can get fresh fruit, you can get pies, you can get vegetables, but you can also go and pet all of the animals on the weekends. So on the weekends, and you can go buy eggs too. I'm trying to visualize everything I saw.
And it's a rescue, right?
Yes, so it's also an animal rescue space too. So there were like several steer. There was this horse named Backy, and I think Backy is blind. Backy is our bestie. Like I'm probably going to adopt Backy in my life because I love her so much. There were at least 2 peacocks who were just flitting around. Like they were not caged.
As peacocks do.
Peacocks was out here peacocking, but they didn't have their full plumage, so they just jumped. They're really agile, like Kung Fu Panda agile.
Was it ladies? Peahens.
There was the dudes. It was the bros. The bros have the plumage. Llamas. There were llamas, you guys. Llamas, roosters, and at least 8 cats. I was like, oh my God, I need producer Layla to come here because I think she would be in heaven.
We're sending people to a cat farm.
Yes.
God bless y'all.
No, it was so amazing. They were free. I think that's my thing is the combination of animals being well cared for and then some that were just kind of free to roam really warmed my heart and it just let my nieces kind of interact with them in a way that felt safe. And so the cats that wanted to be petted laid down and allowed themselves to be petted. And the cats that didn't were like, I'm chilling. I'm cleaning myself.
They're consent-based animals.
Yes, but they were just free. And it was a really wonderful experience.
So literally a farm in Las Vegas.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
One of many. So please go, again, only Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., $5 for kids that are 13 and under, and then $10 for adults if you want to go pet animals. It's free to just walk around, but if you want to go pet the animals, give them some money. Give them more money because you should, because they're taking good care of the animals. David,
Yes.
You know so many good things. Where else should we go this October?
As mentioned, music festivals. Almost every month now in Las Vegas, we have major music festivals. October is no exception. We got the When We Were Young. That is My Chemical Romance headlining. We got Best Friends Forever. That's going to be Bright Eyes headlining it.
It's nice to see Bright Eyes out and about again.
It is nice to see Bright Eyes out again. I last saw him at the Bunkhouse performing with Phoebe Bridgers, which was many years ago now. So yeah, music festival is always a thing. But I got more of a literature bent, and there's a really big lit festival I think we're going to talk about in a little bit, but little events too. And I'm especially excited about the happenings of the Black Mountain Institute.
Yeah.
And especially things that are happening at the Writer's Block. And when those two powerhouses join forces, so many great events in October. And so I encourage you to go to both their websites, Black Mountain Institute and Writer's Block. But if I had to pick one, and I am excited about some book releases, it's going to be the new Doug Unger book.
Oh.
It's called Dream City. It's set in kind of the recession-y era Las Vegas. This is a book that a lot of people have been buzzing about for a long time. Doug is a fantastic writer. And, there's been some hubbub that this could be the definitive Vegas novel.
Oh.
So he's going to be doing a reading at Writer's Block on Friday, October 11th. And I am absolutely going to be in the audience fanboying on local-based writer Doug Unger.
Book club.
That should be a lot of fun.
Nice.
TheList.Vegas. It's the free Las Vegas events newsletter created by locals and curated for locals. From food festivals to family events, from burlesque shows to art exhibits, if it's awesome, it's on TheList.Vegas. Every Wednesday, you'll get a list of cool things to do, dining deals, freebies, and other stuff right in your inbox. No algorithmic garbage or AI sludge here. It's 6 human curators handpicking cool events every week. TheList.Vegas was founded by Andrew Corrali. He's a native Las Vegan, longtime local journalist, and well, he's very popular. The Sportos, the Motorheads, the Geeks, and me, we all adore him. We think he's a righteous dude. And he's a CityCast contributor to boot. TheList.Vegas is a fun read for anyone interested in our city, and it's the best place to discover the coolest things to do in Las Vegas.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, so LifeLock wants to remind you to update your passwords. Using the same password across multiple accounts makes you vulnerable to cybercriminals. For comprehensive identity theft protection, let LifeLock alert you to anything suspicious and fix any issues. Start protecting your identity today with a 30-day free trial at lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
All right, let's change categories from experiences to food. We all love food, and Vegas has become the year-round food place. But October, we got some special picks. What should we be eating and or drinking this month, Vogue?
Yes. Okay, so we're going to start with an oldie but goodie. The cinnamon sugar donuts from Gilcrease Orchard and their cider. That is my religion now, FYI. Like, that's my faith. So if you have not gone, just Google Gilcrease Orchard. And, like, the lines are long and the lines are worth it. There's a donut at the end of the line.
You are staying in the Northwest for October. I love it.
Look, I'm trying to be at home / nearby and spend my dollars, where my peeps are. I'll be out in the downtown streets soon, though.
Okay.
And then speaking of, the other side of that is, I think for all of us, find restaurants that have seasonal menus. So there's so many restaurants now that are really leaning into that change their menu, that want to keep it fresh, sexy, spicy, salty, acidic. So if you want all of the flavors.
It sounds like a book title.
It is. It's somebody's book title.
I think it is. Yeah.
And a TV show.
Yes,
Honey
that
Salt
too.
Restaurant, which is like, it's over there, kind of Summerlin.
Old school now.
Right, Summerlin. But their menu is going to change. Like, I don't even know what's on it yet because they haven't changed it. So as soon as you can, check their website as we get further into the month and find out what their new menu items are. And their brunches also changed, but they're right off of Rampart. And then you can go to Barnes & Noble and you can go to Ross. So it can be a lovely little shopping trip of all the lovely little outdoor spaces. Do it.
Yeah, I love
Report
that
back.
restaurants have that ability to be season flexible.
Yeah.
That's really something special, especially out here in Las Vegas, where we always cry about the lack of real season.
Actual seasons.
Actual season delineations. It's hot and not so hot. Those are our friggin' seasons.
That's true also.
But the world does rotate and different crops are available at different times. And it is important to be able to do that. And so hats off to all the restaurants that have that ability. Sarah, how about you?
Yeah, and just the Las Vegas Farm and Gilcrease are really close to each other. So if Gilcrease is too busy for you, go to Las Vegas Farm, It's all up there, all up in their neighborhood. Yeah, so okay, I'm keeping it with outdoor festivals. I know I try not to be so eventy, but there's just so much cool stuff. So the 15th annual Akimatsuri Japanese festival, that's the fall festival, is going to be October 12th on Water Street down in my neighborhood. They've got that huge plaza, the Water Street Plaza. That's where it's going to be. Okay, so I am definitely checking this out because we've had our resident tea sommelier, Yukino Aoshima, on twice now, talking, of course, about teas and then also about Asian desserts. And she told us in both episodes that the place for a real matcha tea ceremony or for the most authentic seasonal Japanese sweets is at our local fall festivals. Unfortunately, I've reached out to get some tips on the specific vendors. I know there will be food vendors. I don't have ones for you to look out for yet, but I'm going to be there, for some really authentic, really tasty Japanese food.
That sounds delicious.
Vogue, we are old timers here in Las Vegas now, and I am just so excited to hear that Water Street is doing festivals and things of that nature.
Oh my God, time. Every week.
I just don't remember back in the day when you would go to Old Henderson for these kind of cool festivals and stuff. I mean, I might just have blinders on, but it's really nice that it's coming out.
Yeah, you can park at my place. We'll walk over.
They've really invested in Water Street. And there's cool art. Those little aortas that Joseph Watson has painted. There's the Popcorn Girl, I think, is still over there. But there's 5 coffee shops, I think, on Water Street now. So there's so much more to do.
There's just one. Lots of bars, though.
Isn't there 3? There's one inside the bar. There's a coffee house inside the bar.
There's
inside the skating rink.
You're thinking of, there's Public Works and it's the same coffee shop. So yeah, there's one that's an independent location and then they have another daytime location inside the skating rink area, which is fun too.
Right.
It's fun just to go in there and watch people practice and have games.
Watch people skate.
Yeah, there's that big second level with these huge windows that look out into the rinks. It's really neat.
Yes.
Yeah, point being, Water Street, welcome into the zeitgeist, y'all.
It's poppin'. Go to Henderson, friends. restaurants. Go to Henderson.
I love it.
David, what are you up to? What are you eating?
I love my restaurants. I love my seasonal menus. I love the seasonal cocktail changes that happen over at Esther's, just to shout them out. I love that they do seasonal cocktails. That's so cool.
That is.
But I'm going to head back to a food festival. Last month it was Greek. This month, Oktoberfest in full swing. Actually, we've talked about it on the podcast before. We had my friend Ginger Bruner on, who not only performs at a lot of Oktoberfest, but she's a big Oktoberfest fan. So yeah, it starts actually in September, but is in full throttle, full Stein throttle in October, hence the name. And I am taking a peeky over at the German American Club. I mean, Hofbrauhaus has very special stuff going on, but the German American Club is just a hidden gem of Las Vegas. It's essentially a big clubhouse where they celebrate German culture and food and drink. And every time we've gone over there, it's always just totally lovely. Love getting some decent schnitzel. It's really fun and yummy, and they do contests and they have music and they're going to have some outdoor stuff. A lot of people will be there. There'll be people dressed up in authentic German clothes. So you'll see ladies sporting the drindles. It's so much fun. It's like a St. Pauli girl poster come to life. I always have fun there. And so that's October 4th and 5th. It's up in North Las Vegas. So it's kind of a good reason to sort of explore that municipality as well. We talk a lot about Las Vegas and downtown, but let's not forget North Las Vegas has a lot of cool stuff.
Come on over, David.
Including the German American Club. So it's off of Lake Mead. And that should be a fun time. But really, if you see Oktoberfest on almost anything, it's pretty much a guaranteed good time and a lot of good beer.
Sounds good.
All right, let's talk about the kicker. The event of the month.
These are bad.
All right, team. If we had to pick one event that we are making time for this month, what is it and where will you see us out and about?
So I have a little inside intel on a really cute event that's coming up the first weekend of October on October 5th. Did you know that our Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs Department is 75 years old this year?
Oh, yay.
That checks.
They're having a big celebration.
They're about as old as me, so I like that.
75, yep.
That's how I am.
They're having a big free, keyword free outdoor celebration. This is totally my theme, low cost and out of doors enjoying the weather. Saturday, October 5th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Lorenzi Park. Okay. I have the inside scoop, and you're about to see the depth of my nerdery because I found out that the first 200 guests get a free tree. Free trees, baby. And they're from the Las Vegas Parks Department. So they're grown locally, so they're adapted to our climate.
Wait, are they tiny trees that you could fit in your car, or are they giving you big-ass oak trees?
No, David.
That you need a crane.
Lap trees. They're
a little lap tree. And they're grown locally, so they're adjusted to our climate. And the park's arborists are going to be on site, too, to, help you choose and, give you advice. And I think that is awesome.
Go for the mesquite tree, y'all.
I do want the mesquite tree. Oh, I hope they have them. I'm really, really hoping they do, because that's exactly what I want. Because if I'm going to plant something, I want to eat it.
I want the ones that grow beans.
Yeah, I want the bean trees. It's a giant legume, Vogue. Who knew? People, but now we all know.
That sounds amazing.
And the first 250 people get free lunch, and all of the rec centers from the whole city are going to be there, so you can talk to the ones from your community and see what's up. But there's also going to be 2 working artists there as well, doing hands-on demos.
Yeah.
My buddy Kim Miller's going to be there. She's going to be there with some lino cuts, making prints, teaching collage. There's just tons of stuff to do, and it's free. And if you get there early, you get a treat.
That sounds really fun.
I think Vogue will agree with me that the City of Las Vegas Parks and Rec are completely underappreciated, and we need to totally celebrate them more because they work so hard and do so much interesting and different kind of programming virtually every day of the year.
Yes.
In addition to maintaining the great parks and stuff that are throughout the city, I cannot laud the Parks and Rec group enough in the city of Las Vegas. Certainly, their counterparts in the county are great as well. But now we're celebrating 75 years, and that sounds like so much fun.
It's going to be so cute. Bring the whole fam. Oh, bring a blanket, too, in case you just want to sit in the park and chill.
Lorenzi was one of my go-to parks when I was a kid, so it's always fun going back over there.
You know, I've never set foot in that park yet. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah, so it's on my list.
Saturday, October 5th is the day.
Yeah, I'm down to go. I'm down to go, Sarah. I'll hit you up.
When I was a kid, there used to be like this cool rocket ship in the middle that would literally sear the flesh off your body if you touched it in the summer.
David Figler.
Yeah, just like getting into my car as an adult.
Yes, it was very bad news, but it was very cool to look at. And from a little kid's perspective, it was kind of the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. Wow.
So cool. Well, speaking of celebrations, we can't not mention that there is the October 9th implosion of the Tropicana. That's going to be its own spectacle. But Vogue, what do you have as your big kicker of the month?
There are so many kickers. Okay, we're going to stay focused, though. So I'm going to just talk to y'all about the Goldwell Open Air Museum and their 40th anniversary celebration.
Day trip.
Day trip.
Yeah, I love it up there.
So it is about 2 hours north. So it's near Beatty. It's near Beatty / what's that other thing? Death Valley.
Rhyolite.
Yes, and Rhyolite. All of that. It's all over there.
It's literally on the outskirts of Rhyolite, the ghost town that's out on the outskirts of Beatty, which is on the back door opening to the Death Valley area.
It's yonder. And
Yonder. It is definitely yonder, but it's not a long drive.
No,
It's an easy drive.
Yeah, 1 hour, 45 minutes. So the Goldwell Open Air Museum is literally an outdoor museum of sculptures, art, and shenanigans.
Google that. Google that. It's so cool.
Yes, they try to really be kind of, I feel like they're the heartbeat of kind of arts and culture in that area, in that community. They're doing a lot of serving. They have a giant Red Barn Art Center. They have what's the other sculptures that are like super interesting? They have this
There's a little amphitheater out there too, where I've seen performances.
I love that you know, because I've never been. I've only seen photos. There's one sculpture that's like all these little things that look like ghosts.
Yeah.
They're reminiscent of the Doctor Who Don't Blink episode for the nerds. If you know, you know.
And there's like a giant naked Lego lady that's like really fascinating and fun.
And there's a prospector and his penguin. I love all of it.
There's just like this framing sculpture.
So the pink woman that you mentioned, Sarah, is 25 feet tall. She's constructed from cinder blocks.
Yeah.
And then the penguin and prospector, they are 24 feet. The penguin and prospector together are a 24-foot steel sculpture.
They're not messing around. There's a whole backstory about it. We don't have time to get into it, but it's fascinating history. And if you go out to Goldwell, they have it all laid out. So you could see exactly why those weird-ass sculptures land in the middle of effing nowhere.
Yes, but I mean, where else should they live?
But Vogue, aren't you doing something special?
I am going to be reading poetry on the 20th, so Sunday at 10 a.m.
Excellent.
Alongside Ruth Nolan, who is the Mojave Desert Literary Laureate. I didn't even know that existed. So I'm going to meet with her. We're going to talk a little bit. And then, we're going to read poetry. So the whole day, the whole weekend, 3 days is an art and culture celebration. So there'll be different activities all throughout the days. But obviously, because something else is happening on the 19th, I'm only going to be there on the 20th. But if you want to come, please do. And it's a great experience. And you'll get to see, what else is a 2-hour drive outside of Vegas. There's something to do. And you can go hang out at the Goldwell Open Air Museum. And it is also free, but make a donation.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned October 19th, Vogue, because it is the thing I alluded to before. It is the big literary festival. It is the annual Las Vegas Valley Book Fest, which has been going on for decades. And it's just so much fun. This year, October 19th, Saturday, down at the Fifth Street Schoolhouse in the heart of downtown Las Vegas.
Heart of downtown. Mm-hmm.
The keynote speaker is the one and only John Waters of Film and Filth fame. Yes.
Yeah.
He is such a good speaker. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to see him do a live talk, but he is so engaging and so fascinating. And the older he gets, the more fascinating he gets.
Yeah.
He did a book about hitchhiking across the United States, which he did. He has a novel out now. I mean, he's known for all of his movies, of course, from Hairspray to Pink Flamingos and beyond. Such a fascinating guy.
He wrote Serial Mom, which I did not know.
Serial Mom.
Hey, what time is the keynote from John Waters on that day?
Yeah, John Waters goes on at 2:15 p.m. inside of the auditorium.
Love it. Love an early day.
But there's a lot of panels throughout the day there, and that's going to be a lot of fun because you go early, you stay late. There's food trucks that show up, which is always cool. There's a lot of vendors, including local authors and publishers and publishing companies.
And it's free.
It is all free.
But we're bearing the headline here, David.
Yes, and there's a lot of giveaways, too. There also are there selling books from all the authors, so you could probably get a book signed by one of your favorite authors if they're going to be there.
Like who?
Like Sarah Lohman.
Yay!
You can get my book signed. You can get Sarah Lohman's book signed.
Sarah Lohman is doing a panel.
I am. I'm doing a panel on publishing.
Sarah and I are on a panel together.
Yeah, Vogue is moderating. There's lots of authors, and so we're there. I'm there as the nonfiction rep to really talk about your questions about publishing. And like the theme is, what do you wish you knew when you started the book writing process? And for me, the answer is everything.
Yeah, no, that'll be a great panel.
But I'm not the only Las Vegas team member on a panel, David Figler.
Yes, I am doing a panel with my book club buds, the writers Krista Diamond and Veronica Clash, and we're going to be doing a panel about writing about Las Vegas, but leaving the cliches behind. Leaving Las Vegas cliches behind is what it's called. Yeah. We did a workshop once before for Black Mountain Institute, and now we're doing it at the Vegas Valley Book Fest. It should be a hoot.
So literally, you can come meet all of us and say hi.
And then, Vogue, you're also participating. Besides moderating Sarah's panel, you're doing some other stuff, too?
I am. I'm on a panel with several poets laureate, or poets laureate, if you're nasty. But that'll be with Sean T. Griffin, who is the Nevada poet laureate. So Sean's coming back to town like Santa Claus. And we're going to be talking. We're reading poetry. So it'll be myself, Angela Brommel, Senata Sway, Heather Lancasera, and then, oh my God, I can visualize it, and Bruce Isaacson. So all of the poet laureates of the town shall gather, and that's at 10:45. So if you want to hear poetry from all of us.
Wow, that's like a Transformer poet.
That's how I feel.
Like you're all pieces to come together for a bigger poet monster. In a good way.
I think we're going to become a sonnet. We'll become a sestina.
Nice.
Magic stanza.
A living
quatrain.
sestina.
Anyways.
There you go. That sounds like so much fun. So yes, I mean, a little shameless self-promotion for the three of us, but that's what the Book Fest is. It's all about community, and you hear a lot of different voices. I've never had a bad time at the Las Vegas Valley Book Fest, so I'm just going to say that right now.
No, other contributors will be there too. Andrew Corrali, Eric Duran Valles. I feel like there are others.
Scott Dickensheets.
Steve Sibelius is going to be there.
Oh, Sibelius the Rebellious.
Schumacher is always there. It's such a fun time.
That's going to be a good time.
So again, that's going to be on Saturday, October 19th. And so it starts at 10 a.m. and it goes all the way down to 6 p.m. But of course, you can take breaks, get snacks. There's a lot of children's activities. So if you want to know more, please visit their website.
Yeah, it's very children focused as well. And they have a lot of story time and readings from well-known children's authors.
Yeah.
And so that's on the other side of the Fifth Street Schoolhouse, and that's a lot of fun too.
Yes, there's so much to do at the book festival. You can find out more about what they're doing by going to their website, and that's LasVegasBookFestival.com.
That all sounds amazing. October is really shaping up. And as a quick bonus, CityCast Las Vegas, we ourselves are having our own mixer. It's going to be on October 9th from 5 to 7 at the Makers and Finders down on Main Street in the Arts District. So it'd be nice if you want to come by and say hi. A bunch of the team will be there. So yeah, come on by, say hi, have a drink with us. Vogue and Sarah, thank you so much for your October picks. I look forward to seeing you out and about now that the weather has turned lovelier.
Yes, I can't wait to hang out with y'all. Let's go do book stuff.
Thanks, all. See you soon.
And that's all for today here on CityCast Las Vegas. If you enjoyed the show, hey, here's some things you could do. Tell a friend, rate the show, leave us one of them nice reviews, and subscribe to our morning newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Till then, stay lucky.
Let's go. Ooh, I just dropped my computer. I'm in a closet under a blanket, and that's how we make the podcast.